Good afternoon, students. Welcome back to a session on Joint Hindu Undivided Family Business. Today, we will be exploring a little deeper into the legal formalities involved in starting up a Joint Hindu Undivided Family Business. Right? Now, what did we see in the previous class? Just a quick recap. In the previous class, I told you what is Joint Hindu Undivided Family Business. We also learned the technical jargons like Mitakshara, Dayabhaga, Karta, Kopasana. Then we also understood that this is a very ancient system or methodology of running a business, critically prevalent only in a country like India, and it is also based on the Hindu religion. And again we saw that only male members, one of the unique features, only male members are allowed to do the business. However, wives and unmarried daughters are also included in the property or the share of the business. Now let's go and understand about the legal formalities in involving a joint Hindu undivided family business. We'll start with the capital and the members. The capital structure and the members are minimum 2 members are required, obviously male. And then capital structure. To form the capital, the money that you acquire for starting the business should essentially come to you through some ancestral property. It can be got through your friends or relatives or blood relation, but the thing is there should be a formal will. A will is a document, written document that authorizes the transfer of property. So that will document is very important, or ancestral property should be existent. Only with such an amount will you be able to start a joint Hindu undivided family business. You have to prove that the money with which you are starting the business is critically an ancestral property, and then or it is through a will that you have got the money. Right? Then select a suitable name. See, when I say from ancestral property, I am eliminating loans from bank. For starting the business, you cannot take loan from bank. For joint Hindu undivided family business, you cannot take. Any other business you can take. Sole proprietor, partnership, company, private company, public company, cooperative, wherever it is applicable. But it is not at all applicable for a joint Hindu undivided family business. Now coming to the second one, suitable name. Any name that is offensive or degrading the dignity of the country or the constitution should not be utilized, like provoking words, filthy words, vulgar terminologies, or any kind of words that is offensive should not be. Something that is against the dignity of women should not be used as a title or the name of your business. You can choose a name that is more appropriate and suitable and the customer's friendly. Customer will be able to recognize your product with the name. Such a kind of name can be chosen by the Karta. Here when I talk about entrepreneur, I am talking about Karta. Okay? Right. Now, form a deed. Yes, deed is very important, children. Now, you will have a doubt. Ma'am, you told that a joint Hindu family business started or created out of status and not out of any contract. Critically, yes. Yes. It is started out of a status only. The status being you already, your great grandfathers or the 3 generations above you have already done the business and you are from a joint Hindu family. Yes, but even though you existed long ago before the formation of our constitution, you are currently functioning in a place where the constitution is in power. So within the Republic of India, if you want to do the business, continue it. Even for the sake of continuing your ancestral business, just simply you have to name a document giving critical information related to who is the Karta, who is the co-partner, what kind of business are you doing into. Quite similar into a partnership deed, not exactly like a partnership deed, but a written deed where the details related to Karta, co-partner, and the category of business, the name of the business that you are doing, what kind of product or service you are trying to sell it to the public. All those things are very important because critically the government needs to know whether you are doing what kind of business. You are not allowed to do any illegal business. Something that might have been legal long years ago now may be illegal, right? Like liquor, diamonds. There are different categories of businesses. Medicinal businesses and all require a particular license. So for that purpose and so to ensure that public is not harmed, you need to write a deed here. Then you have to apply for a PAN. When I say applied for a PAN, I am mentioning about Karta. Karta has to apply a PAN. What is PAN? PAN is permanent account number. It is a 16-digit alphanumeric number that is very important for the purpose of taxation purposes. For filing your taxation, the income tax department or the Aikar Bhavan insist on everybody to have a PAN number, but PAN number is very important for business people. Now if you have a PAN number, the very next step that you will do is open a bank account. The bank, you will be having only a current account. You have to remember that it is a business, and thereby you will open a current account in the bank. Again, quotes, you may think that joint Hindu family business is a family. In the definition of the business, joint Hindu family business is a family. First time only they are saying family, because only family members are involved in it. No outside recruitment happens here for the top positions. Only for the help or the other kind of category, they may employ people as and when the workload increases. But here the owners are always either the karta or the co-partner. Right. Now here you cannot mix up the family or personal transactions with the business transaction. Just because you come under the Hindu law, you will not put your personal money in the bank account. That is not allowed, children. So here also you have to follow the same rules and regulations relating to current account. All the transactions that are related to business may happen through the bank account. All your personal transactions should be from a different account. You cannot mix up your personal money or your family money into the business money. Got it? There should be a difference. So very simple legal formalities, there is no confusion. Capital, if you want to have money, it should be through your ancestral or through a will. Then the minimum members are 2, critically they are also male. Then select a suitable name. Name should not be offensive. You can choose any suitable name that is appropriate for the business. You have to form a deed, a written document giving details about the karta, co-partner and the category of business. Then you have to apply for a PAN number. Income tax department, if you apply, there is an applicable procedure. Even third party agents also they help you out with the PAN number. And then opening of the bank account. Bank account, current account you will open. You will not mix up your personal transaction or family transaction related money into the bank business money. Right? With this, your legal formalities related to joint Hindu undivided family business comes to an end. We are also winding off joint Hindu undivided family business. We are closing off this topic because we understood everything related to it. In case you have any doubts related to this concept, please post your doubts personally. Again, if you want to do a project, you cannot choose this category. Understood the reason behind why it is so? You need to have ancestral property, and I can for the sake of project purposes, you choose either partnership or sole proprietorship. Right? Thank you and have a fantastic day.